Good morning, students. Today's topic for the lecture is modes of timer. So you're having four modes of timer, and mode one is stop mode. As its name indicates, stop mode timer is stop or disable. Whenever you want to disable the timer, you just use the stop mode. Next mode is the up mode. So up mode in up mode, this is the tar. This line indicates the value of the tar. So, with the arrival of every clock pulse, the value of tar resistor is incremented by 1. And when the value of tar is continuously compared with CCR 0, capture compared with the contents of capture compare resistor 0, and when it is equal to the CCR 0, the contents of tar resistor, when it gets equal to the CCR resistor, then the interrupt is generated. That interrupt is TACCR0 underscore CCIFG. So as soon as this interrupt occurs, the contents of tar resistor will again be cleared, that is, it will be 0. And after clearing, when its content will become 0, again one interrupt is generated. That interrupt is called as TAIV underscore TAIFG. This interrupt will be generated, and this process goes on. This mode is called as the up mode. The maximum value of CAR capture compare register, you can keep it as FFFFFH. So this is about the up mode, and the next mode is up down mode. So up down mode, as its name indicates, in up down mode, when you initiate the counter or when you run the counter, the contents of tar resistor will be incremented by 1 with the arrival of every clock pulse, as its function is, and it is continuously compared with the CCR0, that is capture compare contents of CCR0, that is the capture compare resistor 0. When this contents of capture compare resistor is same as the contents of tar resistor, an interrupt is generated as in the up mode, that is the interrupt is TACCR0 underscore CCIFG, same interrupt is generated. But in up down mode, it is not, the content of the tar resistor are not cleared. It will be decremented again with the arrival of every clock pulse. Means after this interrupt occurs, the tar resistor value will be decremented with the arrival of every clock pulse till it becomes 0, and the next interrupt will be generated at this instance. Means the duration between these two interrupt is same. The time taken by starting of this timer to occur this interrupt is same as time taken by this after this interrupt to this interrupt. So this is up down mode. This up down mode is used when you want to centralize PWM, central aligned PWM. And the next mode is the continuous mode. In continuous mode, as you can see in the diagram, the contents of tar resistor are incremented with the arrival of every clock pulse, and it is continuously compared with the contents of CCR0, that is capture compare resistor 0. And when it becomes equal to the CCR0, interrupt is generated as in all types, but here it is neither decremented nor clears. Again, the content of capture compare register will be incremented with the arrival of every clock pulse till its final count, that is FFFFH. And when it reaches to the final count, it again clears the tar contents of tar register value. This is the difference between up mode and the continuous mode. In the up mode, here after arriving this interrupt, the contents of tar register will be automatically will be 0 or cleared, but in continuous mode, the tar resistor content will not be cleared at this instance. It will be cleared only if the contents of tar resistor reaches to its final count, that is FFFFH. So uh, these are the four modes of your timer. These are the basic modes. So what is the input capture mode? Input capture mode. We know that timer can be used in capture mode as well as in compare mode. If you are using timer in capture mode, then you can capture the this pin will act as 4 pin will act as the input pin, and the signal which you apply at this input pin for particular event, this can be captured by using this timer. So when you apply the input signal, the contents of and enable the timer, the tar resistor value will be incremented by 1 with the arrival of every clock pulse. It goes on incrementing till it captures the event. Suppose this waveform basically is for the rising edge, to capture the rising edge of the input signal. So when the input signal has rising edge at this place, this event is detected and the value of tar resistor, that is this, here it is 6, it is copied into the CCR. Okay, again you can see, again this the same event occurs here, this value again is copied into the CCR. Now, you can find the frequency of this signal by subtracting the value of this new CCR from the old CCR. You can find out the time duration, and after finding the time duration, you can find out the frequency. So you can use this input pin in a various way. Means you can either capture the rising edge, you can or capture the falling edge, or you can capture both rising and falling edge. So it is up to your requirement what type of capture input capture mode you want. So this is input capture mode and the compare mode. Now when you use the capture mode, this CCR is used to copy the contents of tar register when event occurs into the CCR. So CCR basically is used to store the value of tar when event occurs, when it captures the event. Then output compare mode. Input is supposed to be captured and output is supposed to be compared. So output compare mode, again in output compare mode, this port pin will act as the output. So the signal which you are generating will be compared, generating will be compared with the contents of the capture compare register's value. Okay, so in compare mode, it will act as a, it is used to hold the value for the comparison. So the count with which you want to compare the output, that value is compared, that value is stored in the capture compare register. Okay, so that the use of CCR in both the case, that is in compare mode and in capture mode, is different. This is the basically this will make you understand everything. So this is the up mode. It is here up mode is used. CCR1. This is the this line indicates the contents of CCR1, and this line indicates the contents of CCR0. Capture compare register 0. If you are using the output mode 1, that is the set mode, then initially counter will start, the output signal will start whereby reset by 0, output will be 0, and with the when the clock pulses arrive, the contents of CCR tar register will be increased. This is the content of tar register. This indicates the tar value. When tar value is incremented with the arrival of every clock pulse of your timer, and when it reaches the CCR1 value, the output will be set, and it will be kept set all the time. So this is the set mode, and this is not used for the pulse width modulation. Second mode is, that is the mode 2, is toggle reset mode. Toggle reset mode. So initially toggle reset mode, initially it is reset, and when the event occurs, means when the tar register value, this at this event tar register value is equal to the CCR1 value, it will toggle. Initially it is reset, then it will toggle. uh, Reset, after toggling it will be set. So this will be set till the tar register value is equal to the CCR contents of CCR0. So again it will be set. When it is equal to the CCR0, tar is equal to CCR0, again it toggles and it will be reset, and this process will go on, and you will get the pulse width modulated signal in this way. So next is the mode 3. Mode 3 is set reset. So set reset is nearly equal it starts with the reset in output till output is resetted till the CCR1 star is equal to CCR1. Once it is equal to CCR1, output will be set, and reset set reset set. This process will go on as above. Then mode 4 is the toggle mode. So toggle mode initially, in the toggle mode, initially output is reset. When it is equal to CCR1, output will be set, and it will be set till it again is equal to the star value is again equal to the CCR1. Then again output will be toggled, that is it will be reset. So this process will go on and you will get a different kind of waveform. So which mode you have to use, it depends totally on your application. What is the requirement of your application will decide the mode which used to be used. Okay, so near about these things are same. As its name indicates, it will vary a little bit. This is reset mode. So reset mode, like set, initially it was reset, and after say after the whole time it was set, it is exactly opposite. That is, initially uh, it will be set, and after the event occurs, means when the tar value is crosses or equal to your CCR1 value, it will be reset for whole the time. Toggle set is exactly opposite to toggle reset, and then reset set is exactly opposite to set reset. So these are the waveform. Depending on your requirement, you can choose any of the these 7 modes. So this is all about the modes of your MSP430 timer. So among these 4 different modes, you can use any of the modes. Thank you.